I was cleaning the glass walls of an office building when I suddenly noticed something strange. Every employee inside was a plump, healthy sheep. The moment I saw them, a dangerous thought crept into my mind. I disguised myself as a gentle, harmless dog and walked into the company with a fake resume to apply for a job. The boss was a dog too, so he naturally assumed I was one of his own. Without the slightest suspicion, he hired me on the spot. On my first day, a few sheep visibly trembled when they saw me. I pretended nothing was wrong, sat down at my desk, and quietly began carrying out my plan. I even secretly hid some tools in my drawer that I might need later. One sheep co-worker handed me a huge stack of documents, but I had no interest in working. Instead, I secretly drew up plans on paper for how I would hunt the sheep down. At lunchtime, one sheep invited me to eat with them, so I quickly put away my sketches and followed along. Another sheep even brought me a can of dog food. To avoid exposing myself, I forced myself to take a bite. But to my surprise, it actually tasted pretty good. Before long, I had eaten the entire bowl. Gradually, I started getting used to this kind of life. Little by little, I blended in, and the sheep who used to fear me slowly began accepting me. Not long after that, I officially became a full-time employee. To thank everyone, I even used my first paycheck to treat the whole office to a big meal. Even though I was still new, I had already learned how to get along with the entire herd. Then one day, after working non-stop from morning until night, I tiredly opened my drawer, only to discover that my dog food was gone. In that instant, panic surged through me. Surrounded by sheep, I immediately rushed to the cafeteria and frantically searched every cabinet and lunchbox, but I found nothing. Bit by bit, anxiety started consuming me. Not far away, one sheep was flipping through a food magazine filled with sizzling steak photos. At that exact moment, I suddenly caught the smell of roasted meat. Slowly, I turned my head and saw that one sheep had accidentally burned a small patch of its backside. After being roasted by the heat, that spot looked exactly like freshly grilled meat. My mouth instantly filled with saliva. I forced myself to look away and turned to run. In my panic, I didn't even notice the sheep who always brought me food. For everyone's safety, and for my own, I decided to leave alone in an empty elevator. But just as the elevator doors were about to close, a huge group of sheep suddenly squeezed inside. From that moment on, the tragedy could no longer be avoided. And when the elevator doors opened again, the inside was already a complete mess. I lost my job because of it, and could only go back to cleaning windows again. So, did you understand the story this short film was trying to tell?